bringing you some Guitar Hero Live. So this is the new gen of Guitar Hero. I thought I'd check it out. Big fan of them in the past, especially Guitar Hero 2 and 3. Not so much World Tour because they kind of went. I don't know. They screwed up the storyline. Let's just say that. I like Guitar Hero. I like is you get to play through the story and you progress as a band and that kind of fun stuff. So, first, they throw you into a tutorial, teach you how to play because, well, let's see, they screwed up the fucking buttons. It's not the same anymore, and I'm kind of pissed. It's actually a lot different than the old style of play, which kind of sucks. It actually really sucks. So they just throw you in. They throw you in on regular. You can change the difficulty, but being the dumb person I am, it's not really readily available on the controller. I mean, yes, there are kind of two buttons on here, but that's besides the point. And another thing they screwed up is, look in the options menu, you cannot see, well, the controller's quite sensitive. And if you look in the options menu, you can't change your difficulty when you play the game. Come on. I mean, isn't that just kind of a standard thing? I thought you were better than this, Activision. But, alright, we'll take you guys into a set and we'll play a set and we'll show you I'll probably change the difficulty down so I can actually talk and not trying to concentrate on playing. But, let's do Rock the Block. I don't know. See, I only clicked down once and it went to two different things. But, so we'll go to the first one here, Yearbook Ghosts. Well, you can change it in here. That's weird. But you should be able to change it in the. So we'll just go casual for now. And I used to be okay at these games, and now they screwed it up. But you should definitely be able to change your difficulty from the options menu and not have to go into this screen and change it. But that's besides the point. So we'll start. We had a couple of good as I talk about it. This part I think is cool. I like the way that they've made it into kind of like a real life kind of thing, and the crowd is like everything is just like real people. That's cool. That I think is really cool. That's cool, innovative idea that Activision came up with. And then they will boo you or cheer you, and that's kind of a cool thing how they were able to do that with actual real people, which is really cool. I don't know if they did that. I don't know, but I'm fucking up, but I like how they did that, and I will say the control is a little meh. You get these new buttons. It's this white and this black. I'll probably have a black in a minute to show you. I don't know exactly, but that's just weird. I like the 6 buttons or 5 buttons, whatever it was, in place wherever they were, not 6 buttons just spread out between each other. Like, this is like 3 buttons, and then it's 3 buttons in a row, and then down is 3 buttons. I don't like that. I mean, I get that they're trying to change the game and all, but not to that level. Like I said, I used to be able to play Expert. I don't think I'll ever be able to play Expert on here. I mean, I guess it's going to take me a lot to get used to, but I just don't. I feel like you didn't need to change the controls at all. And you're probably hearing me strumming in the background, but that's all good. Yeah, I just feel that the controls definitely didn't need to be changed. It's just not it's just not a good thing. And as far as I know, the ones in Rock Band were not changed. As far as I know, because I believe you can use a what do I want to call it? A a connector or like an adapter. That's what it is. An adapter. It took me like 5 minutes to say that. An adapter. Then you can use it. You can use controllers from the old, the ones from 360, which I think is cool. I like that. So as far as I know, Rock Band didn't change the style of their buttons, and I think that's a good thing. I don't think the game needed to change its style of buttons, but that's enough of me rambling on about how bad the controls are in this game. But as a Guitar Hero fan, if you do enjoy the game, I do suggest picking it up just because there's a lot of good tracks on here, and I looked up some of the tracks. There's a lot of old tracks, a lot of 90s tracks that are good. I missed the last note, but a lot of good tracks, a lot of 90s tracks, a lot of older tracks, classic tracks that are really good. The online mode is really cool. How they have it, like, it's literally live and they update it constantly, which is cool. You definitely like to hear that kind of stuff coming out from a developer. Well, I mean, it is Activision, so you wouldn't expect anything different from them sometimes. I mean, overall, I would say the game is like it usually is. Nothing will be as classic as Guitar Hero 2 or Guitar Hero 3, in my opinion. The way that Activision had first started off the series, um, was just way, I don't know, was just awesome. And then they decided or they wanted to get into, because Rock Band came out, and they wanted to get into, oh, well, we want to join in the all set kind of thing, and that just, it kind of ruined the game. And then with World Tour and all that stuff. And I mean, this one you can still use a mic and stuff like that, but I just think when you hear the name Guitar Hero, that's exactly what you think. I'm using a guitar, I'm not using anything else, and, that'll be that. And they got back to that a little bit in this one, I will say that. But, again, just the way they changed the controller and just the story mode, the way they kind of, the way they kind of throw you, now I'm fucking up, the way they kind of throw you in like that with the tutorial is kind of weird. They just throw you on regular and just assume that, oh, by the way, you know how to play this game. And no, we didn't change the controller and you still know how to play the game, which, no, that's not true at all. So I think they could have did a better job in that instance, instead of just throwing you into the game and being like, here, just do this. Yeah, the tutorial was okay. It told you the difference between the two buttons. We haven't seen any blacks. I would assume at this casual, you won't see any. You might not see any. But there is on regular and hard and expert. But, I mean, other than that, I don't really have any complaints with the game so far. Besides a couple of things I've mentioned before. I should go. Just hero power, or star power, or rock power, whatever you want to call it. But all in all, I think they were trying to change the game for the better. They probably only had good intentions in mind, but it's not quite really, I think, where the die-hard fans, or at least, where I can say that I wish the game would go, so to speak. I just wish that they continued what they did from Guitar Hero 2 and Guitar Hero 3. I really think those are where they really shined, and this game was really popular. And that was just that was just their time right there, those two games. And I wish that they would just follow suit and be like, okay, well, this is what our fans loved the most. I think we should make more of this. So, which I think they should have done. But I definitely like the innovation of the live scene. That's really cool. Again, as I said before, that's a cool idea that just came to light. And you can, when you see Activision, you know they're going to come up with something good, or at least the thought is good. It just needs work. So the work on this one is obviously going to be, why do you upset me, Activision, and change the controls on the game? And just don't do that. Just give the people what they're used to, because then you'll screw everyone up, and then people will not like you. And then the story mode, they could have did a better job with it. As as I think about it, and as I look at the menus, as we looked before, we can go back and check those menus out. Well, you probably don't want to hear me bitch anymore about frickin' menus, but and the frickin' timing on this is just bad. I need to redo my calibration. But they could have made, I think they could have made the storyline the same as Guitar Hero 2 and Guitar Hero 3, and I think the game would have been a lot more popular that way. Just continue with the same old stuff, and I think people would have been more inclined to buy the game. I read a few reviews online saying that, people are starting to go more towards Rock Band, and they kind of agreed with the way that I spoke on things. It's just, I just wish I don't know. They just went. I wish they went the same route as they did with the previous games, and I think people still would have been happy, and I think their sales still would have been good if they just kept the game the same, kept the controller the same. I think everything would have been good. That's pretty much my thought on the game. You saw the set, you saw the gameplay. You didn't see any of the blacks. Sorry, it was on casual and I was trying to talk. Can't really talk when I'm playing on a higher difficulty, because then I get frustrated and you'll hear me yell. I'm sure you would have loved to hear me yell, but that pretty much does my synopsis or review of this game. And what I think they could better, what I think is cool, and all that fun stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do plan on picking up the game, just keep in mind of those few things. But I wouldn't say that I recommend you pick it up. It's okay. If you are a Guitar Hero fan, definitely pick it up. If not, I would stay away. Probably if you want the next gen Guitar Hero stuff, I'd probably go with Rock Band. So, thank you very, very much for tuning in. As I can't talk, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you guys next time.